everyone, welcome to Working On It. I'm Dr. A and I'm a clinical psychologist aiming to make your life just a bit more manageable. Remember, the tools and the tidbits that you pick up on this channel are purely educational. They can't replace therapy, but with some practice, they can help you along in your daily life. So let's get started. Today, I will be teaching you a true hack of the mind. There's not a lot of them because when it comes to the mind, it is very complicated, but this will be a very short video. I think. Let's see how much I blabber about it. But I think this is going to be a very short video of me teaching you an actual hack that you can use when you just get overcome with negativity. Our mind loves to live in the negative. It's so easy for it. I don't know why. Maybe because we're constantly assessing risk and making sure that everything's okay, so we can sort of drift over to the negative. But sometimes it's not just a drift over into the negative, it's like a freight train with momentum. That once one negative thought starts, the next one follows, and then they just get easier and easier from there. It can really get us down, affect our mood. It can affect isolation because if we're overwhelmed with negativity, sometimes we don't have the energy to interact with people or all the way to have the energy to get out of bed sometimes. So I wanted to give you another way, an easier way to work on real time when you have negative thoughts. What can you do in the moment? There are things, a lot of things that I posted. I do recommend you go to the thoughts playlist, that this will affect your long-term happiness, your long-term ability to catch negative thoughts and shift them. That does take some practice. This takes 0.00 practice, and I'm happy to gift it to you for the upcoming holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. So, this hack is very easy and can be used for kids, adolescents, or adults. This could be used with any age, and it's very visual too. When you are in this negative space, think of it like being on one side of the seesaw. It's no fun. You're just sitting there and you're like, wish I had a friend on the other side of the seesaw, right? There is no balance. Your brain is focusing on this darkness, on one thing only. And the reality is when we focus here, we can't see anything else that might be around, right? Like I said, it's this runaway train. So what we have to do is continue to think of it like a seesaw, but we have to put something on the other side. So we're good at being negative. We're good at this side, but now we have to balance it out. And that is the hack. For every negative thought that you have, I'm not saying dissuade yourself of what you're seeing. Maybe things are crappy or shitty or whatever it is. Maybe it is negative. But then I want you to come up with something that is bright and exciting and shiny. You don't have to, pretend. You don't have to be like, say something that doesn't feel real to you. But let's say you are at work and you are under a tremendous amount of stress. You don't get along with your coworkers. There's a deadline coming up, whatever it is. Your mind from the moment you wake up, on the way to work, during the day, during lunch, even when you come home sometimes and can't go to sleep, will be telling you why you hate that job. It'll be so easy. Why you hate it, why it's stressful, why you feel trapped, all this kind of stuff. And all of that might be true. Maybe you do feel trapped. Maybe it is the worst. Maybe a lot of people there are sort of jerks. But I want you to, for every negative thought that you have on your way to work, at work, when you get home, I want you to come up with one positive one, right? It could be anything, but it has to be true. So you're on your way to work and you're thinking, oh God, like this is just going to be terrible. Like I don't want to go there. Okay, you say to yourself, seesaw, now you have to give something on the other side because you have a negative thought. But my job does have really delicious coffee and I get it for free, or I love getting it there, right? Okay, that's on the other side. Your mind will be like, oh yeah, but what about this person who's the worst, right? And you get to be like, yeah, but I take walks during lunch and I actually am not that active when I get home, so it sort of forces me to be active. Okay? Just an example. Look around in your life and see when you are going into that negative place. That's going to be the hard part, is catching it. And when you catch it, I want you to do the seesaw. To catch yourself saying something negative, don't tell yourself that's not true or to stop thinking that. Instead, say, okay, now give me something on the other side. Now give me the other side of the seesaw. What's something positive, genuinely something positive about the situation? And it might be a little bit harder to look for it or feel like it's true, but you will get better and better at it, right? The hard part will be catching it. Then you have to do the other side of the seesaw, okay? So like this. That's the hack. I want you to practice it with it. Very easy, very usable, and it doesn't take a whole lot of work to get to where this tool is working. You just have to catch that negative thought and think of me and think of what we talked about today and say, oh yeah, Dr. A and her seesaw thing. I guess I could come up with something positive right now. Okay? I post videos every Tuesdays. Don't forget, it's only Tuesday now that I'm going to be posting. And don't forget my Instagram handle, which I gave last time, which is Working On It with Dr., all one word, .A on Instagram. If you guys want to suggest new video topics for me to talk about, to discuss, I will be looking for those DMs and seeing what you guys come up with, because I am having a little bit of trouble coming up with new ones because we have covered every topic there is. I'm sure I'll keep coming up with them. But if you guys have suggestions, I want you guys to feel involved. I want this to feel like a community. And I'm so grateful for every single person that continues to watch the videos, continues to practice, continues to subscribe. The healthier we all are, the healthier our interactions will all be with each other. And we all affect each other, right? So it's a beautiful thing to work on yourself and be the best version of yourself and surround yourself with people who can see your growth and appreciate you. And you never know, if they see growth in you, sometimes there's a little butterfly effect and it affects the person being like, oh, I guess I could work on this, right? Or you could tell them something that you and I learned that they didn't know before. Maybe you could be their Dr. A. You never know. Until next time, you got this. See you next time.